I will see you in Vegas. Nobody told me Vegas was going to be like this. I am having currently one of those days, I call them my potato days, where I feel incredibly unattractive, incredibly not productive. I just spent the last 20-30 minutes sitting at my desk going through the browse feature on Amazon, not intending to buy anything. I have nothing I need. Just clicking through tabs, doing nothing, and just sitting there being like, and now I will get up, and now I will get up, and now I will. Didn't happen. Tomorrow, Matt and I are headed to Vegas. It's gonna be a great trip, I think, and I'm super excited about it, but the thing is, I absolutely hate packing with a passion. You would think it would be exciting, but I don't know why the act of putting things into a bag is so difficult for me. I've been putting that off, and also I don't like coming home to a messy apartment, so I've been trying to find the motivation to also clean before I go. Now whenever I feel like my motivation is low, or I'm not where I want to be, and I know I'm not going to be productive anyway, I'm going to force myself to go to the gym, which is what I'm currently doing. The hope being that if I can get my heart rate up, if I can get that dopamine, serotonin, all of those good hormones flowing, that will allow me to be motivated and shock me out of this little slump. So I'm going to head to the gym and come back and pack. And as for the feeling like a potato thing, and just today being one of those days where I'm like, I don't recognize this person in the mirror. Working out can only improve that as well. And 1 hour later, I am feeling much better. I still mentally feel kind of like a potato, but that's okay. At least physically, I think I'm tricking my body into feeling a little bit more productive and up there. So I am going to get some food in me, and then hope this high that I have from working out lasts through the cleaning process, because I'm looking around me right now. The kitchen is a complete disaster. In fact, the camera is currently balanced on 3 cans of tomatoes, which I personally think is ingenious of me because I don't have a lot of counter space to be working with right now. Okay, did she end up packing yesterday? Running definitely a little bit behind, but we're here now, we're packing now. Also, is it not the way it goes that every time I go on vacation, I manage to get my period literally the day I leave, thereby also adding to the general feeling of misery, rushing around doing things last minute, which is, I agree, completely my fault. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up here. We're about to head out and get in the car. I have still a lot of work to get done, so this car ride is not going to be, I don't think, particularly fun. I am going to set up my laptop and do some work, but we will make it there, and I will see you in Vegas. We just got to Vegas and parked, which was a story and a half in and of itself. I think right now we still have about an hour-ish before our first thing. Matt made reservations for us at the Bacchanal buffet, which is apparently one of like the mainstays, like big buffets at Vegas. It's super expensive, but this man eats like a black hole. So he alone will make it worth it. But I am curious to see like how worth it actually is. But anyway, we're gonna go kill some time, leave all our stuff in the car until we can check into the hotel, and then head over to the buffet. I haven't eaten at all today, so I am ready. I have done my preparation. devastation.
Alright, round 2 and 3 done.
I think I'm dying. The amount of stuff we brought for a 2-day trip is obscene. I brought my keyboard because I wanted to keep practicing, and I have to teach, and its stand and the piano bench. Post buffet bloat fest.
She's dead.
But I do have to get up because I have to teach. I have one student today that I didn't want to cancel, so I just set up the piano. It's all good to go, and I am sorry you're just here. I didn't mean to. We're gonna let him rest in peace.
I'm dead.
I feel like the entire walk back here, I could not even walk straight, and every step I took, I ran the risk of throwing everything back up. So might have overdid it a little bit at the buffet, but I wanted to get my money's worth.
Many hours later.
We are heading out to Cirque du Soleil. It's my first Cirque show, and I'm really, really excited about it, actually. So I think the one we're going to is Ka, which is at MGM Studios. It's a little bit of ways away, so we need to get going now. But here is the fit, and we are off. We just got back from Cirque du Soleil. It was so much better than what I imagined. Granted, I have like no experience. The last time I went to a show like this was when I was really, really little, so I had nothing to compare it to, but it was not, I did not imagine this. And it just got me kind of thinking like how much space I, as a classical performer, underutilize. Like there's a whole big stage, there's so much space, and we're using like such a tiny portion of it. This show was so good about filling the entire physical area that it had. It was so well done, and the music was amazing. The sound and light engineering was amazing, and it makes me want to do more interdisciplinary, like collaborative stuff. So I walked out of there feeling super, super inspired. Obviously couldn't film anything. They had a very serious like no cell phone policy. It was so good, and if you're ever in Vegas, you should definitely go. I want to go to all of the Cirque shows now. I definitely want to come back for O at some point. I want to come back for Mystère. Now we're back, and I am simultaneously exhausted but also super amped up from going to the show. That's fine. I still have a little bit of stuff to do, so I think I'm gonna do some work, and I'm going to maybe practice a little bit. It's kind of late. It's like almost midnight at this point, but I haven't practiced today, and the whole point of bringing this giant instrument was to use it. So.
Yeah. Love you.
So I'm gonna use it so Matt doesn't kill me for making him drag a 88 key keyboard through a casino. Ooh, also haven't shown you the room, which I like better than the last time we were in Vegas. We stayed at the Paris hotel. This one's the link. I like the room here, so I'm gonna take you on a room tour. Okay, so starting at the door, you have the bathroom on this side. Nice size shower. The only thing is, you'd think that a shower like this would have some sort of like glass sliding divider, but it's just a like vinyl shower curtain that doesn't fully touch the ground, so then all the water just comes out. Well lit bathroom, we love that. My keyboard that I brought all the way from LA. We've got a little burrito Matthew. Decent closet space, actually. I am a hanger. Matt is not. Matt is a stuffer. Oh my.
It's monkeys, it's okay.
Yeah, and that's our little room. So I think we ended up paying, how much did we pay for this? I think it was something ridiculously cheap, like I want to say like $30 something a night. Ended up being a little bit more after resort fees and taxes and all of that, but it was still pretty darn good for a budget stay. In any case, I think it is time for me to sign off, and I will see you in the morning. Good morning. My addiction has kicked in and I need coffee more than anything. So we're gonna go in search of coffee right now before we get our day started.
Wild Tracy leaves her cave to find the one thing she truly cares about. Café.
I got coffee, so now I'm in a better place. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, so it is about noon now. I spent the morning kind of catching up on some work, just going through emails, keeping up to date with everything. But I think it's time to put that away and transition to more vacation mode. I would really like to go mini golfing. I think that there's like a Twilight Zone themed mini golf course at the in the basement of Bali's. So we're gonna try and see if they have any openings there. I still feel incredibly full and bloated from the buffet yesterday. So I don't know if I need food in this current moment. In fact, more than anything right now, I am craving vegetables. So we might just graze today and not really eat too much before transitioning into the night. At some point, I do want to come back here so I can get a little bit of practice done. Plus, I have something due from the top. So I need to finish editing a transcript for that as well before the day is done. In any case, I'm gonna finish getting ready and we're going to head out. Oh, and by the way, the Bacchanal, I'm glad we did it because it is such a famous Vegas thing to do. So I'm glad we did it, but I probably would never go again. And do I actually think it's worth the $80 that they charge? Probably not. The food was okay. It wasn't that great for the prices that they were going for, and I understand it is a buffet, so everything's just under heat lamps and whatnot. For a buffet it was good. For food in general it was I don't regret it, but at the same time definitely not something that I would probably do again. There is no way it is snowing.
You see it going up, don't you?
I don't think the camera's even picking it up.
No, probably not.
But I don't know how much of the camera is capturing this, but it looks like it's actually snowing outside.
Oh look, it's sticking.
What?
See it on the ground?
Yeah, so this is the outfit today. Contrast that with the snow that's outside. I do have a jacket. I might end up buying a scarf or something. Nobody told me Vegas was going to be like this. So, in my defense. Tell me why it is 50 degrees outside. It is so
desert
cold.
in winter, Tracy. Let this work.
It is miserable outside. Tell me why we couldn't find a scarf in the entirety of the mall.
There was a store, but the credit card machine reader was broken.
I was like, why is my burger so hot? And then I realized it's because I'm grabbing onto the patty instead of...
There you go. Yeah, you gotta give it a little.
Oh! Did you get that?
Yes, I did.
Last hole, I am down by 20.
Something like that, yeah. We stopped really hard counting.
But I got a hole in one.
You got a single hole in one.
Winner.
By 20 strokes.
Okay, we don't need to talk about that. We are attempting to be young people tonight. Young! We were going to go bar hopping and then to Omnia, which is one of the bigger nightclubs in Vegas, but the night hasn't even begun and I'm already starting to feel doubtful about Omnia. So we shall see what happens and what the night brings. I know I've been complaining about how cold it's been all day, but guess who's not dressed for the weather again. But you know, I am throwing a jacket over this, and as ridiculous as it sounds to be wearing a scarf with this outfit, the scarf is not leaving my body. So, am I wearing a chenille scarf to a club? Yes, I am. We clubbed, we're leaving. So our checkout's actually technically tomorrow, but we had this crazy idea because we're kind of hyped up on energy now anyway, and we took a nap halfway through today. So we figured, why not pack and just leave now? It is currently just past midnight, so I think we're gonna stop at a gas station, fuel up a little bit, and just drive straight home. Get home around 4 or 5 in the morning and sleep then. I could even make class in the morning. So, I mean, take advantage of your life when you're in your 20s, right? Do it for the plot. So yeah, I think that's the plan right now. I'm gonna change out of these heinous clothes and into something much more comfortable. And we are going to head out from there. Bye, Vegas. This is the largest gas station convenience store I've ever been to. It just keeps going. We're really pushing what the human body can do here. Oh wow, yep, the hair is special this morning. I woke up literally just in time, noon, to hop on this Zoom class. But it's great, it's fine. I'm actually feeling okay. I think we got in around, I don't even remember anymore. Check the timestamp from the last clip. But that means I got almost a full 6 hours, no, more than 6 hours of sleep, so actually more than some nights. All right, I'm gonna finish making coffee, hop onto this class, and get this day started. I am literally the worst at finishing out these vlogs. What you saw was pretty much the last clip that I filmed upon returning from Vegas. I think I passed Wednesday in a blur of sleep deprivation. And that day in general is just black pit in my memory. I remember nothing of it. So here's a couple of notes that I took for closing this vlog out. My favorite thing that we did while in Vegas was definitely Ka. I think Vegas is full of stuff that is just really expensive but not worth the money at all. But Ka, by contrast, was like very genuinely just a lot of fun, awe-inspiring. There's no denying the talent and the artistry that goes into a show like that. And I had the best time. Generally, I would say go to Vegas during the off season. I went last time in June, like right at the peak hot season, and it was just so crowded. We never, like if you didn't make a reservation, you just weren't getting in places. And even if you did make a reservation, you probably weren't getting in places. We got so lucky this trip. The line for the Bacchanal was insane, even for people who did have reservations, and we managed to get in immediately. There was definitely a line for things like the Chandelier Bar, which is like a really, really popular spot in Vegas. We got in within maybe 5-10 minutes of putting our names down. So we just got consistently lucky, but I also think that part of it was the fact that obviously it was cold and it was miserable, and Valentine's Day fell on a Tuesday. So all of that combined with the fact that it was also February, which is not like high season for them, just made it so that it was like less people, more opportunity to do things off the bat. And just to close this out, I feel like I have discovered on this trip that I am not a fan of this version of clubbing. And don't get me wrong, because I like going out, and I mean, more than anything, I like music and I like dancing, and I like, you know, feeling close with people and just like vibing with the crowd's energy. But I am coming to realize that I am so much more into going to like a dive bar or a club where like it's just good music and everybody's kind of just like doing their own thing, versus the Vegas version of clubs feels very much like you're there to be seen, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Like, you look around and most people have their phone out and they're like vibing when they're on their phone, and then the camera goes away and it's like they're immediately just there editing what they just took in terms of a video or a photo or whatever. And the whole thing just feels incredibly isolating in the weirdest way. And I just like, I wasn't really there for it. It might have just been that night because I know it's a huge couples night. So like maybe everybody's like trying to get content or like trying to be with their person. But I took like one look at that. This is why there's like no footage from that night when we went out to Omnia. Because I took one look at that and I was like, listen, I am here to dance. I am here to be with my partner. Let's just put the phones away tonight and just like be with each other. In any case, it was fine. It was fun. I just don't think that it was like my scene anymore. Like maybe at one point a few years ago, like it might have been, but like now I think I need something a little bit more mellow, and also a place that's not going to charge that much for her cover and then also for coat check, because as you saw, I was way too cold to brave the Vegas Strip with just my dress. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this first travel vlog. Actually, there's a lot coming up this year. In just a couple of weeks, I'm heading to Reno for a conference, and later this year, we still have a trip planned for Costa Rica and Vancouver/Seattle. So there should be tons more travel coming this year alone. So I think this was really fun for me. Honestly, like editing this back, it was like getting to re-experience the whole thing again. So I hope you liked it. More to come, and we will be back to our normal like weekly vlog format starting next week. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.